This is the ship that the Enterprise attacked, and it's now down on the surface of whatever planet. I didn't understand how this was on fire. It didn't seem right.
Okay.
So I get this overarching view of it, fly around, and so here's a crater, I guess it's in, and this is the mountains, I guess, around the crater, and here's space. Space is up here.
Yeah.
And so what surprised me is it looks like there's no atmosphere. And so if there's no atmosphere, there should be no fire because fire requires oxygen. And even these billowing smoke, you need an atmosphere for that. Otherwise it's just like spreads out.
Right. So fire on Earth, you need the fuel and you need the oxidizer. The fuel would be like the wood, and the oxidizer would be the oxygen in the atmosphere.
Oxygen. Yep.
And if you take away one of those, then the fire is no longer a fire. Gets put out.
Right.
So if there's no atmosphere, there should be no fires. So there has to be an atmosphere on this planet, right?
Oh, I see. You're thinking of it the other way. I'm thinking of it like if there's no atmosphere, there's no fire. And I'm thinking that whoever animated this got it wrong. But you're saying they did it right, and I'm wrong in my assumption there's no atmosphere. So the fact that there is fire and the fact that there is smoke that's like in a column going up means there must be atmosphere.
Right, because if the smoke of being in a column means it's floating up on the atmosphere because the heat is probably rising at that point. Whereas if it was no atmosphere, as soon as the smoke left the fire, it would be on a gravity
it's ballistic trajectory. It's everywhere. It spreads out all over the place.
It could fall down back down to the planet in like a parabola, or it could reach escape velocity and go off, and escape entirely. But it would be very different.
I have scientific experience of gas jets in a vacuum. And so if you have a gas jet here, when gas exits, if it's subsonic, it's very rapidly like spreading out all over the place. And that now when you scale this up to a planetary scale, what that looks like is like straight trajectories all over the place. And then eventually when it slows down, falls down onto the planet. The gas falls down onto the planet and sticks somewhere. Exactly as what you said.
Yeah. I guess if it's subsonic gas, then it does this pressure expansion. If it's supersonic gas, it does an immediate ballistic trajectory for each atom.
Yep.
And then if it's particulate with no atmosphere, I think there is no such thing as sound, right, with particulates. It's just immediately ballistic. Is that right?
I guess it would go along in the same direction as whatever gas is coming out with it.
That's right.
So it would shoot up into space, but then slow down if it doesn't have escape velocity, which we discussed in one of our science shorts, and then it'll fall down to the planet eventually.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So if there is smoke coming from a fire in a vacuum, it would be on the particles in the smoke would be on a ballistic trajectory if it's in a vacuum. But for quite a mile, it might not be in vacuum because there's maybe gas getting emitted by the fire into the vacuum, which would then pull the particulate along until it was able to escape the gas or it became too dispersed, and then it would be ballistic. Okay.
So I guess the question is, does this planet have enough mass to have an atmosphere? And you got this. You got this.
I think so, yeah. There's the stats right there.
So it's approximately Earth-like. Yep. So reasonable that it would have gas. Even in fact, this tells us atmospheric composition, but in percentages, I don't know. Whatever that.
Yeah, I guess oxygen being 21% is plenty to create fire and provide the oxidizer for the fire.
I mean, this is a higher percentage than Earth, right? I think we're at like 18 or something.
I don't remember. I thought it was around 20%. I just remember 20%.
Something like this, yeah.
Something like this.
So, in summary, this is very accurate.
Yeah. Another
it's
win
totally
for the
reasonable
graphics team.
Very nice.